Hey, beautiful people, you know what time it is. It's a chat with Rashina. Listen, you ever be doing this and you be trying to get the fuzzies out of your hair and then you realize, oh, that's gray. But anywho, I was in the shower last night and I was thinking and I was praying and I started reminding myself that God is God. Like, God is God all by himself. He doesn't need our help. A lot of times he asks that we partner with him, but he doesn't need our help. I think we forget the power of God at times. We forget the sovereignty of God at times. We forget that God is love. It's not just his nature, but he is love. Like, God is love. And we forget that he has the whole world in his hands. Like, we forget that our circumstances, our situations pale in comparison to who God is. Like, I just sat and took inventory, like, God, okay, like, if it's supposed to be, it would be. If they were in your life, they're supposed to be in your life. If God removed them, they're supposed to be removed. If you're in the situation, you're in it. And God's going to cause all things to work together for your good. So why are we tripping? Like, literally, like, when we get in our heads, when we get in our thoughts, when we begin to go down these rabbit trails of emotions and thoughts and thinking God is not going to do what he said he's going to do, stop and remind yourself that God is all powerful. He's all knowing. He's an all sufficient God. He's El Shaddai. He's Elohim. He's everything. He's everything. And I think if we set our affections on things above and we remember who God is in our lives, if we remember that he is the King of all kings and the Lord of all lords, he's Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. He's the bright and morning star. He's the old ancient of days. Like, he does not change. There's no variable of changing with God. So he's the same God he was yesterday, today, and forever. So we have to remember that when we're in the midst of life, because life will make us question and doubt God. But no, he doesn't change. He doesn't change. And what's in your life is in your life. In the time, in the season, it's supposed to be in your life. Who's not in your life is not in your life in the time and the season that they're not in your life. Like, relax and let God be God. Like, get out of the driver's seat. Get out of the driver's seat. Allow God on the throne of your heart and let God do what he's going to do. Like, we stress over stuff that, like, pales. Like, you stressed over that, but my house is paved with gold in heaven. Like, the streets are paved with gold. The gates of heaven are pure pearls. Like, we're stressing, and God owns a cattle on 1,000 hills. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Like, why are we tripping? And I had to ask myself that yesterday. Like, Rashina, why do you allow yourself to get in these headspaces where you're doubting the King of all kings and the Lord of all lords? Like, he spoke the world into existence. He spoke into nothing, and something was created. Like, you're tripping over what? You're tripping over who? You're tripping over how? You're tripping over when? You're tripping over why? Let it go and let God be God.